Hi, fans of high-quality entertainment. Before I get to my review of Memory Almost Full, and this will happen once in a blue moon, when I rank and review, I have a series, I will occasionally change my mind about the ranking, and so I have changed my mind about my previous video, Chaos and Creation in the Backyard. I had it below Band on the Run. Yeah, I had it in third place, just behind Ram and Band on the Run, but I've changed my mind, and I'll explain in a second. But I'm putting Chaos and Creation in the Backyard into second place over Band on the Run. Now, I'm not saying that Chaos and Creation is a better album than Band on the Run. I'm just saying, for my own personal taste and my favorite albums, right? The one thing I didn't do, which I always do with these series, is I listen to the album at least once, even the ones I know very well. But I never listened to Chaos and Creation in the Backyard before doing the review, because, like I said, I know it very well. I've played it a lot. It's one of my favorite Paul McCartney albums. So after I did the review, for whatever reason, I thought I was in the mood to listen to this because I love the album so much. And it just changed my mind about my ranking. Because if I want, and the way I do my rankings usually is, okay, you've got Band on the Run here and Chaos and Creation in the Backyard over there. Which of the two do you want to listen to, Larry? It would usually be Chaos and Creation in the Backyard, but not taking anything away from Band on the Run. So it goes into second place at the moment. And now for Memory Almost Full. And speaking of memories, I have such great memories of this because I've told the story so many times, but I always get new subscribers and viewers. So I never listened to Paul McCartney's new albums after Tug of War. I never bought the later albums. Had no interest in them. I was kind of done with Paul in the late 80s into the 90s, 2000s. Not to say I disliked Paul McCartney. I still loved, Band on the Run and Venus and Mars and Ram and all those albums, London Town. But I just gave up on the new albums. But in 2007, there was a new Paul McCartney video, a very simple, fun song called Dance Tonight. And I just thought it was so catchy. It was a real foot tapper. Nothing, a very simple song lyrics-wise, but I just really loved that song. And so that gave me the desire to actually buy his latest album, which I did. And I loved it. Loved it. I was back in the Paul McCartney universe. And then after 2007, I slowly, checked out his albums that I never really bought, some of them, and really enjoyed some of those too, some more than others. And I started to buy everything after this I bought. So there was actually one song, I think I loved every song on this except one at the time. And that was the third song, See Your Sunshine, which was your typical granny music type song of Paul's, right? And so I was almost embarrassed by it at the time because everything else was so good. And side 2, that's what really hooked me, like getting back to being into buying his albums, was side 2. There's a great run of songs that's almost like the Beatles' Abbey Road medley, that the songs are that good, with Vintage Clothes, That Was Me, Feet in the Clouds, and then the epic, one of his greatest underrated songs, House of Wax, with fantastic vocals by Paul. And then ending the album with The End of the End, which talks about the day that he, of course, passes away, and ends with a fun little rocker called Nod Your Head. I think some fans wish the album had ended with The End of the End, but it's such a serious, kind of sad song in a way that it was good to end with an upbeat song like Nod Your Head. Just a fun song. And through the years, I've slowly, very slowly, got to appreciate See Your Sunshine. Like I said, Only Mama Knows. If you love Paul's rockers like Hi, Hi, Hi and Junior's Farm, I feel Only Mama Knows is as good as Junior's Farm and Hi, Hi, Hi. So if you haven't heard it, check it out. And then Ever Present Past, another one of my favorites. It's Paul being up to date with his sound, but he's not, kind of hard to explain, but he's not trying, I don't think he's trying to get on the charts as much with this album. He's just being Paul McCartney, right? And all the different genres that he can do. But that's almost like a new wave-ish kind of song. I love it. Yeah, Gratitude. I know some people don't like that and his vocals on that. I love it. Like I said, this is one of my favorite Paul McCartney albums. And I did play it before doing this review, but I know it very, very well. The only thing I don't like about this is I need to get the regular CD, because this is over there with my movies because it won't fit in the CD collection over here. But quite the package here. That's what she said. There, hope the CDs don't fall out. And this comes with 4 bonus songs. If you can read that. In Private, Why So Blue, 222, and then Paul talks about the music of Memory Almost Full. That's a great song. It's a real toe tapper. So when I do this ranking, it's just, please remember it's my personal ranking. I understand that Band on the Run is a lot of Paul McCartney fans' favorite or second or third favorite album of them all. And I love it too. But I just have to say that for me, and I even love this more than Chaos and Creation in the Backyard, just by a little bit. So it's going just below Ram in second place with a 10 out of 10. And so I would love your thoughts on Memory Almost Full in the comment section below. And if you haven't checked this out, check it out. It's awesome. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye.